lesson, we are going to learn how to draw the spanner. On the spanner, we will need our center line and a starting point. So we'll draw our center line. We'll draw our center line, a thin line. And then we'll pick a point. Let's pick this point. Let's call that point C1. For the next step, we'll construct our 30 degrees line in reference to this line. So we'll take our protractor, stand at that point, mark our 30 degrees. And we join it to our center C1. Next step, we are going to be drawing this diagonal lines. And see, they have a distance of 38. That is, we'll divide this 38 into 2. And from the center to the left will be half of that, and from the center to the right will also be half of that. So when we divide 38 into 2, we get 19. So we'll draw a parallel line to our 30 degrees line, 19 to the left and 19 to the right. Okay, now we've constructed our parallel lines to our 30 degrees line. So for our next step, we'll be drawing this circle. And this circle has a radius of 25 from our center C1. We'll take our compass, measure 25. Stand at center C1 and draw our semicircle or our arc to touch both parallel lines. The next step, we'll be finding these 2 points. And for these 2 points, it has a height from the center upwards of 13. So I'm going to construct a line, a diagonal line, perpendicular to our 30 degrees line, having a height of 13 mm. So first we measure our 13. Our 13. And with the aid of the protractor, mark our 19. From our mark to the center, our first 13 center, we draw our diagonal line. So now we have the 2 points, this and this. So we can deepen their apart. So for the next step, we'll be drawing this circle of breaker radius 54, which has the same center C1. So open our compass to 54 mm, stand at C1 and draw a circle. And now we're going to construct this circle. This circle forms internal tangent with a circle of radius 54. In order to find the center for this circle, we'll subtract 31 from 54, which give us 23. So open our compass to 23. Stand at center C1. Draw our first arc. And from our diagram, we see that the circle at the left side is also 31, touching the same circle of radius 54. So we'll do the same thing to the left side. We stand at the same center C1, draw our first arc. And for our next step, the circle of radius 31 touches the tip. So we take our compass, open to radius 31. Stand at the tip and bisect our first arc. Do the same thing for the left side. So with the same radius 31, we will now stand at both centers. So our first center, and draw a circle. So you can deepen the circle. Stand at the second center. Draw a second circle. So for our next step, we'll be drawing the handle of the spanner. I know it's symmetrical, that means divided into 2. Has a total length of 34. So that'll be 17 left, 17 right. So we'll construct parallel lines to our center line. That is 17 to the left, 17 millimeters to the right. So after constructing our parallel line, that's 17 to the right, 17 to the left of our center line, we will now come to our tangency. So the circle, which is tangential to our line and tangential to our bigger circle. So with it being tangent to this bigger circle, it forms external tangency. So we add the radius. That will be 54 plus 59. That gives us 113. So open our compass to 113. Stand at center C1. Draw our first arc. And since our circle is tangential to this line, we draw a line parallel to this line at a distance of 59 mm to cut our circle. So drawing our parallel, we take our compass, open to 59. Stand at one point. Draw an arc. Stand at another point of the same line. Draw another arc. That we join the arc we drawn to get our parallel line. And record the point of intersection of the arc and the parallel line. So open our compass to radius 59. Stand at point C2 and draw our circle to touch a circle of end our line. Okay, so that will be for the right side of our figure. Now for the left side. Circle of radius 25 touches the circle of radius 31 externally. So we add 31 to 25. That will give us 56. And for this one, the radius of 31 has its center here at this point. So when we open our compass to the radius 56, we stand at this point, the center for a circle of radius 31, and we strike our first arc. So after drawing our first arc, we will come to the left side of our drawing where the circle of radius 25 touches our vertical line. So to get the tangency at this point, we will draw a parallel line to this line of distance 25 to the left to cut our first arc. So we take our compass, measure 25, stand at a point, draw our arc, stand at another point on the same line, do another arc. Then from there we join their edges to get our parallel line, which also cut our arc to give us our center line. So the point of intersection we call it C3. So with a radius of 25, we stand at center C3, we stand and we draw our circle. So we just get our end for our spanner. And all we are left is keeping our outline. Here we have our spanner.